This is a Squiz podcast. We're your shortcut to being informed.
Hello and welcome to the Squiz Quiz of August. We're going to be testing your knowledge of everything that went on over the last month of news. My name is Andrew Williams and I've got 10 questions and the much feared 5-point gauntlet to test both you and our guests in the studio. Joining me is our content manager, Nicoletta Hay. Hello, Nikki.
Hello, Andrew.
How are you going?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
Apart from a little crusty nose, but that's all right. We rock and roll.
You're pushing through for us and we appreciate it.
It is the season.
It is.
Well done on being maybe the first person apart from Claire to not use the word nervous in your intro for the quiz. Speaking of which, our other contestant is the Squiz founder, Claire Kimball. Hello, Claire.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm ready to go.
Excellent. Good. No nerves.
No nerves.
We're all filled with
We're
confidence.
old hands.
Old
Exactly.
hands at this.
Well, I'm an old hand. You're a young hand.
And I like to say experienced hands.
Oh, thanks.
I'll go with that.
Yeah, that's we're trying to, get the word old out of our vocabulary. We're going to start with everything that happened in Australia. As usual, we're going to have 5 rounds of 2 questions each, and our first round is all about the news here at home. Question number 1. What is the 2-word name of the government's new proposed program for children living with autism or developmental delays, which was announced by Health and Disability Minister Mark Butler as a strategy for reducing the cost of the NDIS, or National Disability Insurance Scheme? What is the name of the 2-word program announced by the government for children living with autism or developmental delays? That's question number 1. And question number 2, what did Productivity Commissioner Danielle Wood describe as being like Christmas, the grand finale of MasterChef, and the Productivity Commission's 2024 table tennis victory over Treasury all combined? What did Productivity Commissioner Danielle Wood describe as being like Christmas, the grand finale of MasterChef, and the Productivity Commission's 2024 table tennis victory over Treasury all combined? Nikki, let's start with you. Do you remember what the government called this program that they've announced?
Was it called Thriving Kids?
Claire, was it called Thriving Kids?
I think so.
It was. It was called Thriving Kids, absolutely.
I only remember that because I wrote it down.
Yes.
Like doing the squiz, it's quite helpful to commit things to memory.
Yes.
When you're writing it.
Yeah, reading the squiz, as we know, very helpful for this quiz. Writing the
it,
quiz,
it's a whole other level.
That's extremely helpful for this quiz. So yes, that helps. Absolutely. Thriving Kids is a way to try and reduce the ballooning cost of the NDIS, met with both, I would say, some good and some bad feedback and some surprised feedback from the states.
It's a follow story in September. See what happens. Yeah.
It's going to be an ongoing one. Several premiers seem to be caught on the hop, which given they're going to be funding it.
I think all of them.
All of them.
Yeah. In fact.
I think several is my generous way of putting
Some
it.
quizzical looks there.
Yeah, absolutely. Question number 2, what did Productivity Commissioner Danielle Wood describe as all of those things, Claire?
Well, there's so much goodness in the question. Who knew there was a Productivity Commission v Treasury table tennis competition?
That should be televised.
However, I think the answer is the Economic Reform Roundtable.
I had
Nikki,
the same answer.
You are both correct. It was the Economic Reform Roundtable, or sometimes also known as the Productivity Roundtable. It had a couple of different names over the journey, but the government officially called it the Economic Reform Roundtable. Yeah, when she gave that was in a speech, I think just a couple of days or maybe one day before it started.
Yeah.
And she was very excited and upbeat about Reform Roundtable, which, each to their own. Yeah. We were as well.
She was selling it.
Woman at the top of the Federal Reserve Bank. Mm-hmm. Woman at the top of the Productivity Commission, woman leading Treasury. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's really interesting.
Yeah, as you say, they were the 3 key speakers on the 3 days, weren't they? Yeah. And they were all women. We've also got all women contestants in the studio, and they both got 2 from 2. Let's move on to international news, and we'll start with question number 3. US President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin had a highly publicised meeting this month. In which US state did that meeting take place? And question number 4. Which South American country held elections this month in which it elected its first non-left-wing president in 2 decades? Which South American country held elections this month in which it elected its first non-left-wing president in 2 decades? Claire, Where did that meeting take place? Which state?
Alaska.
Alaska. Nikki?
Alaska.
You're on fire so far. Absolutely right. It was in Alaska, the closest state to Russia.
Former Russian territory.
Former Russian territory. The place that... Tina Fey, when she impersonated Sarah Palin, said that she could see from her house because Sarah Palin was the Alaskan governor when she ran for vice president. It was in Alaska, lots of bells and whistles, although I think they didn't quite have a venue for it until quite late in the piece from the reports that I was reading.
Yeah, there was something interesting about it being, it's like mass fishing season.
Yeah.
Like if you love your fishing, you're heading to Alaska and everything booked out.
Yeah.
So off they went to the airbase.
The lovely warm environment of the local
of
Alaskan
military
airbase.
facility.
Exactly right. Nikki, question number 4 is kind of in your bailiwick. What South American country was that?
Was it Bolivia?
Claire, was it Bolivia?
That's what I've written down.
You are both correct. It was Bolivia, yes.
Nikki was all over this one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's an interesting election.
Yeah. There was a lot of election, I can't remember the word, but the people who go in and check, like international bodies that go in and check that the election is hunky-dory and all those sorts of things. So there was monitors. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. So there was a lot of that about. It's an interesting story, not one we have had a great amount of time to cover on the Squiz, but certainly one I would recommend reading about.
I know nothing about Bolivia.
I know that it has 2 capitals.
Oh.
Yeah, La Paz and Sucre. I don't know which one is the administrative capital, but
it's like having 2 priorities.
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
Or 2 favourite children.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not allowed to.
Yeah, Bolivia 2 capitals, South Africa 3 capitals. They're the unusual ones. Anyway, that's just some bonus trivia for you. Let's move on. We haven't missed a question so far. We are both 4 from 4 in the studio. That is the end of round 2. Let's move on to round 3. Now, normally in round 3, I do sport and entertainment. You'll be thrilled to know that I've broken those up. And this is all sport.
These are the ones that we prepared for. Like we actually strategized before this and said, let's get across entertainment. Because we know Andrew always loves an entertainment story.
I do.
Oh, gosh.
So this is 2 sport questions on the trot. Yeah. Imagine if I just made the rest of the quiz sport. Devastated. No, this is we're only having 2 sport questions. This is the first. I think these are gettable. I think they're gettable. Okay. Where is the Women's Rugby World Cup currently being played?
Oh, yeah. I have to think about that. I wrote this down too at some point.
At some point. I think you and I talked about it
few
on the
weeks.
podcast at some point. Yeah.
Are we going country or city?
No, your country.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm not going to give any further information.
Okay.
Where is the Women's Rugby World Cup currently being held? Wallaroos are playing in it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Question number 6. The AFL completed its home and away season at the end of this month. Which team has made the finals for the first time in the club's history? The AFL completed its home and away season at the end of the month. Which team has made the finals in the men's competition for the first time in its history? Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. Nikki, where is the Women's Rugby World Cup currently being played?
The UK, England.
Claire?
UK.
Correct.
Yeah.
The UK, Great Britain, England. You can have all of those, any or all of those. That is absolutely right. We are. I remember us as being quite a good rugby union women's side. We always do well in the sevens and things like that. We're like $41 to win that tournament.
Yeah,
if you look at the bookmakers,
Wow.
quite a long outsider. But you never know. Had a good
Jodie
start.
and I talked about this in the weekly wrap. So Australia's in a pool to get through to the finals, and it's called the Pool of Death.
The Pool of Death. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. That's a carryover, I think, from football, soccer, where you would famously have a group of death. Whenever the World Cup came along, someone would be drawn with Brazil and Germany or something, and you're like, we're never going to get past those
can't
two.
get in the top 2 of that.
We're never getting in the top 2 of that.
But we've had a good start so far. So
against
fingers crossed.
73-0 against Samoa or something like that. So we'll see. You never know. You've got to believe in the green and gold. And which AFL club has made the finals for the first time in its history, Claire?
It's the Suns from the Gold Coast.
Nikki?
I had GWS.
It is the Suns from the Gold Coast, unfortunately. Claire takes a 1-point lead at the end of round 3. 6-5. Hasn't missed a question yet, and we're heading in to everyone's favourite category, entertainment.
Woohoo.
And for entertainment this month, I'm doing multiple choice. So the next 4 questions, in fact, are all multiple choice questions. And this is question number 7. Singer Taylor Swift announced that she is engaged to American football star Travis Kelce with a joint post on Instagram. The post was captioned, "Your English teacher and your what are getting married?" Was it A, maths teacher, B, gym teacher, C, science teacher, or D, football coach? Singer Taylor Swift announced that she is engaged to American football star Travis Kelce with a joint post on Instagram. The post was captioned, "Your English teacher and your what are getting married?" Was it A, maths teacher, B, gym teacher, C, science teacher, or D, football coach? And question number 8, which musical artist opened the Logie Awards this month, and what song did they open with? Was it A, The Veronicas and Untouched, B, Jimmy Barnes and Working Class Man, C, Spandau Ballet and Gold, or D, The Shantuzis and Wanna Be Up?
Oh, Shantuzis?
Nikki,
Way
no
over
idea,
my
right?
head.
Oh, wow.
No clue. This is
It's a repeat of Bardot.
and they probably predate Bardot by about 15 years.
Yeah.
There you go. There's a Shantuzis reference for the Shantuzis heads out
They
there.
were quite a thing. Yeah.
Nikki, I'll give you the one that doesn't involve the Shantuzis first. I'll give you the Taylor Swift question. What was the answer to that one?
Was it B, your gym teacher?
Claire?
That's what I've got.
It is correct. It was B, your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married.
So when they put that post together, do you reckon she created it and he had to like accept as a collaborator?
A collaborator, yeah.
Is that how it worked?
I reckon they had teams.
He's like getting into his Insta app to accept the collaboration.
I'd imagine them sitting on the couch, like watching Netflix or something. It's like, she's all right.
Yeah.
I'm going
to send you a thing.
Can you accept it?
news making, like this will get billions of likes or whatever it is. Can you accept? And he's like, I can't figure it out.
Where's the thing?
I don't know how to press the button. We've all been there. I wouldn't blame him.
Teams, I think, is the word.
Which musical artist opened the Logie Awards this month, Claire?
I think it's B, Jimmy Barnes.
I put Jimmy Barnes too.
You are both correct. It
And
was
you'll
Jimmy
explain why that was quite a notable news story.
Well, there are probably 2 reasons that I can think of off the top of my head. One was that he just not for either of those songs, I think, but he had been very present in the top 10 of the Triple J Hottest 100 Australian Songs. The other reason that I noted this is because Sam Pang then followed it up by saying, "There's never been a less appropriate song for the people in this room than Working Class Man" by Jimmy Barnes.
Well, I'll add a C.
Yes.
The executive producer of A Current Affair put out
yes.
on X, I think, was it? Or was
Instagram,
it on Facebook or Instagram?
Yeah.
A social media post anyway saying that, and this is for, adult ears, that she would still do him.
Yes.
And
she's
that was
not
not
Okay.
well received by her news bosses.
Yeah,
so she
awesome.
was pushed out of the
stood down from that role
organisation.
for a period of
Wow.
Yes, so it was newsworthy for a range of reasons.
Yes.
But it's hard not to get like. I know it's a song that's been around for a long, long time, but every time it starts, you just kind of something lizard-like in your brain. Just kind of my brain switches on and goes, "Yeah, Working Class Man." Like, it's just something about it that just gets you up and going. Well done, you both crushed that round. Out of 8 questions, Claire is on 8 and Nikki is on 7. All right. Our final round of the main quiz is another multiple choice round, and this time it's all about animals. It's an animal round, suiting everyone in this room.
There's a lot of animals in August.
Yeah, there was a lot of animal news.
Animal content.
Yeah, I mean, we always find it, even if there's not. But there was particularly
Heat-seeking missiles.
yeah, we can just
what we're
locate
doing.
it.
Sense.
This is question number 9. A hairless English-French bulldog won this year's World's Ugliest Dog contest. What was her name? Was it Begonia, Violet, Petunia, or Tulip? Was it A, Begonia, B, Violet, C, Petunia, or D, Tulip?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't write this one.
No.
So I haven't got it in my head.
If you really want to do well at this quiz, just write your own quiz today at home.
Exactly. It's good
And then
prep.
write the questions from
And
it.
then write
It
questions
only
for
takes you about 5 hours a day.
Yeah, it's fine. It's easy as. And question number 10. This month, the ABC ran an underrated animal contest. Which animal won that contest? Was it A, the dugong, B, the palm cockatoo, C, the racali, or D, the ghost bat? This month, the ABC ran an underrated animal contest. What was the winner? Was it A, the dugong, B, the palm cockatoo, C, the racali, or D, the ghost bat?
I don't even know what a racali is.
I can tell you what a racali is, if you like, because it made me laugh because it reminded me of the TV show. It's a water rat.
Oh, it's a native Australian water
They're all
rat.
native
I did
Australian
see that.
animals, yeah.
Got it.
It's technically the underrated native Australian animal
Got you.
contest.
I didn't realise dugongs
were Australian.
Yeah, no, me neither. But
There
you know,
go.
we learned.
Maybe it's a particular variety.
Yeah, it might be like the palm cockatoo and the ghost
Yeah.
bat.
Palm cockatoos are amazing.
Yes.
Yeah,
The only qualm that I have with this is I don't believe any of these animals are underrated.
True.
I
You think they're rated
think they're
appropriately?
all rated appropriately. In my mind, at least. They're all very highly rated. Maybe that's still underrated. I
I'm
don't
glad
know.
you rate them high.
I do rate them all highly.
Equal opportunity rater of
absolutely.
Australian fauna.
Yeah, underrated's a very hard metric. Nikki, what was the name of that English-French bulldog mix that won the world's ugliest dog contest?
I could have done this without multiple choice.
Ah.
It was Petunia.
It was Petunia.
That's what I've guessed.
You're both correct.
Excellent news.
Is there a particular reason that you were reminded or thought of Petunia, or did it just stick?
She just won my heart over.
Yeah.
You know, when you look that miserable and unfortunate, there's something that the heart
That
just
does.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Which animal won that underrated animal contest, Claire?
I've said the ghost bat.
I went with the water rat.
The water rat is correct. It is the racali. Ghost bat, a surprising ninth. I would have, I was shocked.
Shocked.
I was shocked. It's that countdown.
I was so close to getting 10 out of 10.
You're really close. Undone by animals. Who would have thought? That is the end of the main part of the quiz, and we are dead even at 9 apiece as we head into the gauntlet. So if you've never heard the gauntlet before, it's going to work like this. I've got 5 quotes from a particular news story of the month. I'm going to read those quotes without any further context, and you have to guess what the story is. Now, the earlier you jump in, the more points you get. So if you guess it after the first quote, you get 5 points, second quote, 4 points, third quote, 3 points, and so on. But you only get one guess, so you should only buzz in when you're absolutely sure. If we end up with the same score, I do have a tiebreaker. I'm not going to go through the strategy around the gauntlet again because no one ever listens to me. So I'm just gonna move on. If you're playing at home, you can play it however you like, but the earlier you jump in and get it correct, the more points you score. This is quote number 1 for 5 points. That wasn't good enough for us, and it isn't good enough for you.
Well, I mean, how
That could be
vague could you
anything.
be?
What's the 5-point quote?
It wasn't good enough for us, so why would it be good enough for you?
That wasn't good enough for us, and it isn't good enough for you. That's the 5-point quote. Someone
That
will
is-
have got it off that.
They
Yeah,
will
100%.
not. You making
Comment
things up.
on the episode. Email
No.
us hello@thesquiz.com.au. Get in the comments.
Ridiculous.
Did you get it on the 5-point quote?
The word gauntlet just triggers so much
Yeah.
visceral pain in me and flashbacks that I think I black out every time.
None of these words.
I don't think, like, I'm reading this sentence and it's like, those aren't actually words.
It's not making sense.
No.
Yeah.
All right, 4-point quote. For months behind the scenes, we've been taking proactive measures and doing all our due diligence, additional independent testing, and advocating for more consistency and regulatory guidance.
I think I've got it. I'll go for 4.
You're going for 4?
Yep.
All right.
Can I have a repeat, please?
Yes, of course. For months behind the scenes, we've been taking proactive measures and doing all our due diligence, additional independent testing, and advocating for more consistency and regulatory guidance.
Put my pen down.
Oh, she's done. She's locked in.
Written my answer.
That should be our rule, but you have to put our
Yeah.
pen. That's how you lock in. So I'll keep that in mind for next time.
We're innovators here.
Yeah, exactly. Each month we innovate a little bit more. Iterative innovators. Nikki?
I think I would like to hear the next one. I'm not locking in yet.
Okay, all right. You know that means that you're essentially betting that Claire's got it wrong.
And that's fine.
Okay.
Got to hedge something.
And
Yeah,
that's fine.
absolutely. That's fine. 3-point quote.
Could be quite strategic.
I have eliminated a giveaway phrase from here that I'll replace with the word blank, just so you
Okay.
know. Okay. 3-point quote. It is clear there is a serious issue in the blank industry that urgently needs to be addressed, particularly as we begin to enter the warmer months of the year.
Oh, okay.
Are we locking in? You can wait. It doesn't matter now.
You can get all the clues.
It actually doesn't matter.
It actually doesn't matter.
I'm gonna have another one.
Just gonna bet.
Throw it. Why not?
2-point quote. The TGA is currently investigating this matter and through its risk-based approach to regulation of therapeutic goods will take regulatory action as appropriate. You mentioned that sometimes the words don't make sense.
That's a statement from the TGA.
That could not be more media statement quoted if it tried.
Therapeutic Goods Authority. Yeah. Well done.
Regulatory action. I'm glad that they're taking a risk-based approach to regulation of therapeutic goods as the TGA.
Nerds.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I can't expect too much flair, can we?
It's science nerds.
For the sake of not embarrassing myself, maybe I'll have the next one. Just in case.
No embarrassment. No embarrassment here. Not in this room.
But
1-point clue. Across 8 different tests, Lean Screen has now returned SPF data of 4, 10, 21, 26, 33, 61, and the supplementary numbers of 61 and 64. That wasn't part. The supplementary numbers wasn't part of that quote. It just reminded me of reading out the lottery.
It really is, isn't it? You'd be quite good at that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'd do that in a heartbeat. That'd be a dream job.
Remember we used to get, like when we all watched free-to-air TV?
Yeah.
Every Tuesday and Thursday nights or whenever it was, you'd get the lotto draw.
Yeah. That was I never lived in Melbourne, but I associate Lavinia Nixon for some reason with reading out the lotto numbers.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm sure she must have done that at some stage. There's another reference for Nikki.
Lavinia, that just sounds like you were born in the 1920s.
A legend. As a quiz show fan, special place in my heart.
Was she on Sale of the Century?
When it was called Temptation and hosted by Laughin' Ed Phillips, as he was known on the radio. He was known as Laughin' Ed Phillips. I'm sure I'm not making that up.
Because he's a laugher.
He used to laugh a lot, on the radio. And she occupied the Joe Bailey, Delvine Delaney
As
role.
Dolly Parton would say, the girl singer.
The girl singer, exactly, are you happy with your answer now after the 1 point? Yeah,
I think so.
All right, just to keep the suspense going, Nikki, you give me your answer first.
Was it the sunscreen debacle?
Claire?
Sunscreen SPF.
Wow.
Perfect. Yeah, it is the sunscreen debacle. Sounds like a Robert Ludlum Bourne Identity novel. The sunscreen debacle, starring Matt Damon. Yes, absolutely right. It was the sunscreen debacle, particularly 2 sunscreens. One which was tested by choice, one which wasn't.
4 points.
And they both withdrew from shelves late in the month. So the sunscreen debate keeps going. And Claire, that's 4 points for you, which brings you to an overall score of 13 out of 15. Very well done. Yeah. That's a very, very good score. Nikki, I reckon you would have had it after 3 points, but it is a score of 10 for you. But
I'll cop that.
The gauntlet, as we know, has claimed many a victim.
It's the maker or the breaker.
It is.
Yep.
This is what happens when we follow your strategy. I mean, not quite, but I'm just saying.
It's always a way to blame the host, isn't it? Just for fun, tiebreaker question, since I'm not going to use it.
Yep, let's do
How
it.
many years was Limna Granger on Home and Away? Guess a number. Claire, you guess a number first.
I reckon she has been on Home and Away for 27 years.
I was going to say 24.
33.
33.
Started in 1992.
Yeah,
Finished in 2025. 33 years. I think over 4,500 episodes. Had her last episode this month, which is why I'm had that as the tiebreaker. So there you go. Very well done, Claire. Very well done, Nikki. Very well done to you at home. Send us your score. We always love hearing what you scored at home. You can email us at hello@thesquiz.com.au and we'll be back in a month for another quiz.